The royal city of Rabanastre. These are mostly going to be storyline for the quest storyline in here. We're going to skip the Alright. So the nice thing about most of the 12-man or the 24-man raids is just get right into it. Mateus the Corrupt. I'm not going to try to main tank this. I'm, however, going to try to get all of the ice things, and so the ice, once they die, they will explode. Oh, really? Okay, so I am going to be main tanking this. I didn't realize that the other tanks were ignoring boss. Okay, so there's going to be a ring that appears, and there's going to be a little ice spirit that's going to be floating around. Kinda don't want to be near the little ice orbs when they go off. So as the ice spirit goes around, she's going to hit various things, and it's going to cause damage if there are things alive as they go by it. Nice little triple heal here. There's going to be a bunch of things that will freeze you in this fight. If there is something that is alive in this fight and it's not the boss, it needs to die. Okay, I am not getting heals. Alright, the ice slaves, there's still some alive, so they are going to get taken care of. Alright, this section, you want to hightail it to the corner. These epicenters will go off and deal massive damage. I would normally be explaining more about the fight, but I am not recalling a lot of this. It just seems to be going quickly. This is the fight with this. Okay, this mechanic. You want to kill Flume Toads, because they will create a pocket of air. You want to stand in the pocket of air because you're slowly suffocating here. Going to be spirits that will target random players. You don't want to be anywhere where they overlap. And you'll get more Flume Toads that come out. You get too high on Breathless, you will die. So you want to be standing in the orb that is created when the Flume Toads die in that fight. Now look below in the description to find out how to do the fight better. I will explain it better down there, I'm sure. Okay, this is a spot of trash that I have died a lot to. Mainly because I don't pay attention when one attack goes off. What you want to do is all tanks should grab the trash and bring it to the middle so that they can be AoE'd down quickly. You will have continuous waves of black chocobos, and eventually you will have a red chocobo run out and start casting Choco Meteor. Yep, it'll target a random player, or I think it just goes at that spot. They will run off, and we get the Rabanastre mimics that come up. Gather them all up and bring them all to the same location. They can get AoE'd down by everybody. Once they are dead, you get a path up, right, and you make it to second boss. Crystal will activate so we can teleport over here. This boss will be fun. Okay. Make sure people are getting here, and boss is best tanked in the exact middle of the arena, but if you can't move the boss, he'll move himself. Boss casts Quake 4, which is a raid-wide damage skill. He's going to summon orbs on various people. They are going to chase you. Going to create a control tower. Going to cut the control tower. Watch where it gets sliced because that's the direction it's going to fall. You don't want to be under it. You're going to disappear and go to the side of the arena a few times during the fight. Be opposite the side that has the glowing blade, because if you're on the side that has the glowing blade, you will get hit. You'll take massive damage, and you will start bleeding. Going to summon floating towers. You're going to drop for epicenter damage, and he is going to create Man Tower, where he is standing on the tower. During this phase, there are going to be multiple attacks that come out from the tower. You have to DPS the tower down. The attacks that come out are mainly going to be radial, and it's going to be the chasing knockback bomb. So make sure you run away from that and the people that have that on them, so that you can avoid taking damage and dying. And then you're going to have these sand spheres that will pop up. You want to kill the sand spheres as soon as possible. Because the sand spheres will do AoE damage if they survive long enough to cast. When they are dead, get back on the central tower, bring it down. Move during the cycles of the radial attacks. Land Waster. So, depending upon how long the tower is up, will depend on will affect the damage that attack deals. He's going to summon 2 more control towers and then slice them. You don't want to be standing where they're falling. Gonna do that a few more times. And pay attention to the slices and move accordingly, because sometimes they will fall in directions that you don't expect them to. Like behind. Alright, he jumped over to the side. The blade is going up again, so you do not want to be on that side. Most people avoided it. That person did not. I will heal them. Died. Or my heal could go off. Quick 4. Grade-wide damage. Another Quake 4. Popping Beltron to help reduce the damage, be easier on the healers. Gonna toss out a heal just to be safe. Rock Cutter, I am going to pop a cooldown for. That is a tank buster. Earth Hammer. That is going to be the multiple things are going to drop. Multiple epicenter AoEs. And he is down. The Evilise set is only 330, so it's not going to be better than what I've got. I like to wait when I'm pulling until most of the people have made it to the zone, so that nobody is left behind and they don't have to be teleported. Take care of these bandits. Then I believe when you try to open the chest, there's going to be something in it, or it triggers something else. And we've got a mini boss here. Yep. So I'm going to hit this guy, pull him over here, keep him right over here. Don't really want these to be tanked near each other because the Chimera act like Chimera. For the Archaeolion. Why did you taunt it? Why did you taunt it over to you? It was perfectly safe being tanked away from the others because it has AoEs that make people run. Alright. I sometimes question things like that because it just makes the fight more difficult. Now for the hardest part of this game, the waterways. AKA, just wandering around. As soon as you hit the water, you get taken on a random path. Your entire party does. You just go around until you reach the point. As soon as everybody's there, the pathway opens up. So it's not anything actually really hard. I'm being facetious. Gotta activate the passage controls when you get there, though. And some paths take more time than others. There you go. Activates. Water level rises. Great. Yep, there we go. Raises the platform out of the middle. And we go on another waterway adventure. Now, some of these dungeons, you do have people that will abandon in the middle of it, especially after one wipe. So, be warned for that. Similar to the duty last night, where we wiped to a very simple mechanic early on because everybody was new, and half the people left. Okay, this guy. We're gonna wait for more people to get here. More people are here. Old. This guy is a chariot. Chariots. Get that reference? Congrats. Not. Got some great stuff to look up later. Crush Helmet is stacking vulnerability up, physical vulnerability up. They can be cleansed off with Isuna. So, if you're a healer, pay attention to the person that's tanking, and cleanse the crushed helm. Chariot. If you get targeted with the chariot, you do not want to run away from the boss. You want to sit as close to the boss as possible so that the boss does not move very far from his current location, and that secondary thing of half the arena AoE, you want to be able to dodge that. Rush Weapon is going to summon blades out of the ground, periodically chasing various players. Trample can be a figure 8 skill. You move into a spot that is not covered by the figure 8, and you'll be safe. If you're in the figure 8, you'll get hit with damage and knocked back. Alright, he's going to run off to the side, split in forms, and then do 8 charges simultaneously. He'll land on whoever the main tank is. Gonna crush Helm again, so I'm gonna pop a couple cooldowns for that, just to survive in case they do not Isuna it. Okay, for this section, there will be 3 demons that are summoned at various locations in the arena. He's going to run around the outer circle. So you want to beat these things down while avoiding the outer circle. And you kind of want to split up and make sure that you've got an equal number of people, or at least a few DPS in each spot. You see one that has like 2 or 3 people standing in it, run over there and get it. Right, so we've got damage. So that skill is basically raid-wide damage that you can mitigate various ways. Embrace. You do not want to run over these spots because they will deal damage to you. They disappear for the most part after they're cast. So just avoid running into them. Got Chariot going out again. They're basically time bombs on the ground that will go off at the end of their timer, but if you run over them, you will deal damage. Trample again. The direction that he is facing for the trample is the direction that will have one of the eyes for the 8. Pay attention to the direction the boss is facing. Pomp and Circumstance. Point blank, AoE. Well, epicenter AoE, I should say. Brace again. That's going to be the time bombs, the booby traps on the ground. That's the right word for it, booby traps. Also going to do swords, and will be that cross AoE as well. Crush Helm is coming, so I'm going to pop 2 cooldowns. Does not get cleansed. Just falls off naturally. Embrace. We have got that, and then we've got another epicenter AoE coming out. I'll be happy when I get my charge back. Dark Gaze. Come to the dark circle, interact with the dark circle. You have to interact with the dark circle. Otherwise, it won't go away. And then it's followed by a 4-way charge from the summoned chariots. Drops down on the main tank. Tank that's actually got threat. I can't open the chest this time. Okay. Last boss, we skipped the cutscene. Cutscenes are pretty cool for these. I do recommend watching them if you want to. Final boss. Final boss. Argath Thadalfus. Wait for everybody to get here. This guy has some mechanics that sometimes they seem to function, sometimes they don't. Get there. Got people that are there. They just been not... Oh, they're viewing cutscenes. Okay. I have a philosophy of don't pull while people are in cutscenes because it's... Hey, welcome in. Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that. For anybody watching this on YouTube later, it was a very nice subscription by somebody. Draken Phoenix. Welcome in. So this boss has some mechanics. As I was saying earlier, there are some things. Rush weapon will come out. It's very similar to the previous boss. Soul fix, point blank AoE. You want to run out of that. Oh. Glad to hear you stream this as well. I'm just doing some teaching videos right now, so I try to stay focused during the fights. Okay, white face pops up. It means you've got to divine command, flee. So you want to be running when you get the white face saying that you have to do what it says. The black face means that you do not do... You do the opposite of what it's telling you to do. This section, we've got a few issues. You got the epicenter AoE that's going to hit there. Boss is right there. I'm going to run at him, turn him around, and Royal Blood. Well, thank you very much, Draken, for coming in and doing that. In this one, you've got the shade that pops up. Want to kill a shade. There's a frontal split cone attack.
Does it grieve you to see the depths of your own weakness laid bare? Maggots!
Alright, you do not want to be standing on any of those spots. Correction, you want to kill every shard of emptiness that pops up. Or they charge the bar.
You do not belong in my world. Step into nothing.
Alright, let's see what else we have. Anything that I miss is going to be down in the comments below, so please read below if I miss something. Okay, I got the black face, so I do the opposite. It says flee, so I'm not going to flee. I'm going to stand still. If you do not do what it says, you get unnerved, which increases the damage that you take. And it lasts for a long time. this is a fun mechanic, because you are going to have to, anytime that you press the button to move, it's going to be the direction that the finger is pointing. Which can be difficult at times. Right, this time it is turn. So if you get affected with the white version of this, you want to do what it says and turn away and not look at the boss. Otherwise, if you get the black version, you want to face the boss. White. This is flee. So flee is you want to be moving.
You will be judged. Kneel and repent.
Alright, we've got Judgment Blade coming in. Judgment Blade. Multiple people are going to be targeted with this four-way directional sword thing. You do not want to be in any of... Okay, I'm going to have to pop a couple cooldowns to survive this. And... yeah. I was not thinking fast enough there. Fire 4 is going to be raid-wide damage.
Fool is the dog, the gods have no eyes for cattle.
Trepidation. Trepidation is going to be rolling meteors. So these are going to come down and you've got to have somebody standing in it or everybody takes a lot of damage. You only need one person standing in it. Fix is the point blank AoE, and we've got multiple limit breaks going off, and that is the completion and the end of the first of the Rabanastre, or the first of the Ivalice dungeons. Thank you for watching. I hope you found it informative. If you want to see more Final Fantasy XIV videos, please like, follow, and subscribe. The usual YouTube stuff. To catch me live, check out my Twitch, link in the description. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.